What's up everyone, this is Yeeflex. This is another Yeeflex Outdoors video. Today I'm at the same reservoir as the last video where it was kind of chopped up. This is one of my favorite reservoirs to come to, and I came with a friend today, and literally 5 minutes into fishing we already caught a trout. Sorry I didn't get that on camera because I didn't have my camera ready. I literally just threw the line out and the fish was already there. Already biting by the time I turned around, so that was the quickest bite I've ever had. So luckily today we're not getting skunked. Show you guys on camera. And this trout right here, haven't measured it up yet. Gonna see. Looks maybe like a 12-inch trout, but looks more like a steelhead. Don't see the rainbow lines on it. Bled it out already from what it looks like. So yeah, we got one in the bag. Not getting skunked today. I'll keep any updates later, and hopefully I'll try and catch the fish in action when they do bite. Right now it's been a little slow, it's a little cold, a little windy, so yeah, but we got the lawn chair set up here, so we'll see how that goes later. But for right now we got one trout, and that's pretty good with me. In the last couple trips I've been able to get some trouts. I think as is on the last video, I put the GoPro underwater with the trout. So yeah, that's about it for now. I'll update you guys later, but that's pretty much it. Ooh, it's a good fighter. Oh yeah, he's got a fish on him. Look pretty good size too. Yeah. Oh, right there, yeah.
We got something. He's still on the hook?
Yeah.
Number 2. It's about the same size as ours.
Oh, it looks bigger.
Think so?
Yeah, it looks bigger. Looks like a 2-pounder at least. Oh. Oh yeah, it's bigger. Oh yeah, it's pulling the drag out.
Oh yeah, that's big.
It's big, yeah. It looks like a 2-pounder, like the one I caught on Tuesday. Yeah, it's fighting. A little skinny actually. Yeah, it's a little smaller.
Are you sure? I think this might be the same size.
Oh, it might be the same. Oh, it might be the same size.
Yeah.
Not the same size. Wow, it's kind of...
No rainbow.
Yeah, I can't really tell. Man, that sucker didn't really want to come in. Good on them. Good on them. What's up everyone, this is Yeeflex. So as you can see, right now it's about noon. No other bites from us. The last guy we saw that got a bite pretty much left, and most people have left. Today's been pretty cold and pretty windy. Like right now it's sunny, but it's been pretty windy, so me and my friend have been whipped around in the wind this whole time. So it's been pretty interesting, but it's hopefully will get better. Right now it's slowed down, but overall it was pretty good, like catching that trout. I used rainbow power bait, which I had like an old jar, and I just decided to try it, and I just threw it out like 5 meters from the dock, and somehow like just I threw it in front of the trout's face or something, because right after I threw it in and was assembling my friend's rod that he just bought yesterday, that the trout just bit and I hooked it, and then I started reeling a little bit, and then I handed off the reel and my rod to him so he could have some fun playing with the fish and trying to reel it in. I just netted the fish in, so that was a really cool experience. I got him to kind of experience what it's like catching a trout. So this is his real first experience fishing in freshwater. He's fished in saltwater doing some crabbing and stuff. So yeah, right now we're on the dock, but up here is like a picnic area, and it's pretty chill up here. But when you get further down, as you see down there, you can see like the current kind of moving, and the dock's been moving all day. So hopefully we get some bites later, but yeah, that's how the day's been so far. I'm just really happy that I got a trout and that he got to experience kind of fighting a trout and catching a trout. I think that applies, because the limits here is there are 5 trout limit. Doesn't matter the size, and I don't think the baby steelheads really matter, because they're all stocked anyways and they're already in this reservoir, so they kind of just treat them all as trouts. So yeah, we were able to keep it. Haven't measured it yet. It looks maybe like a 12 or 13 inch trout, but my friend is gonna keep it and he's gonna probably have it for dinner later. So yeah, overall a good experience. Just thought I'd let you guys know just how our experience has been so far, and that it's a steelhead, and kind of like what the limit is. We're not like there's no size limit for the trout, so we're not like illegally keeping like a small trout. Like we're able to keep any size limit trout here. Just 5 is the magic number that you need to keep. If any more than 5, then you got to put them back. But yeah, this trout or steelhead wasn't going back. It pretty much bled out right when we caught it. So overall, great day so far. I mean, even though we haven't gotten any action since this morning when we got here, hopefully we'll get more in the next about 3.5 hours, because after that we'll probably be leaving then. So catch you guys later then. Cool. All right. Literally ice cold, man. Get a couple pictures with the sky. It might be actually, yeah. Oh, about 13. Looks like about 13-ish. Hey, that's not bad. All right. Yeah, that thing definitely looks like a steelhead, dude. All right. Yeah, very little. It's mostly the protective slime it has on it. Oh yeah, watch out for the chair. dig into this guy. Where's the... Oh, it's still pretty bloody. Yeah. Cut the gill on me. My bad, man. Thought I bled it out good enough. Still a little bloody in here. Yeah. That's all it has in its guts, power bait. Must have been a pretty hungry fish, to be honest. There goes that. And there goes the gills. Should be most of the gills. Like a little bit there, but yeah, I was gonna tell you that. Probably wash it again. Yeah. I might go to the shore in this part, cause like, yeah, kind of clean out all the blood. Yeah, I'll go get my shoes wet. Well, not bad meat, not super orange, but yeah, it's edible. Yeah, I'll be right back. Pretty cool. Yeah, look like Oh, looks like a steelhead. Push it out a little bit more. That looks pretty damn good. That looks pretty good. Alright, man. This is as clean as I'm gonna get it. You have the bag? Yeah, I'd say wash it again at home and just clean it up a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, the water is warm over here, so it's kind of interesting. Yeah. Let me go get my what's up? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna clean up the knife and the.
It is crossed.
It is crossed. Yeah. Pretty nasty cleanup. Oh, some grass. God damn. Dang it. Sorry, banana's getting in the way. That'll do for now. I have some washing to do when I get home. Hello everyone. As you saw earlier, I caught a 13-inch trout. Real good day, honestly. Even though it was a little bit slow, it was really good. I didn't think to shoot any more footage earlier when I was at the reservoir. I don't know, my friend and I were kind of tired and just ready to leave the reservoir, so I didn't think to turn on the GoPro anymore, and we had about a good hour-long drive back, so it was a decision I made to make the outro of this video later at home. So just to go over what I said in the video, I mentioned that I thought the trout was a baby steelhead, and it turned out it wasn't. I did some research a little bit later, and I found out that rainbow trouts can also be that chrome. I initially thought that they had to have that rainbow stripe on the side of their bodies in order to be rainbows, but apparently certain rainbows can be more silver and not have a rainbow stripe but still be rainbow trouts, which I was kind of amazed by, but it kind of makes sense because in that reservoir they only stock rainbow trouts, so none of the trouts really have the access to the ocean. The actual process for a trout to become a steelhead is for the trout to go into the ocean and feed. So that process is called smoltification. Basically, it's when a trout is in a river or stream that has access to the ocean, and if the trout can't get enough food in that area, or just environmentally, I guess the environment changes for that trout, whether it be food or different circumstances, then the trout can adapt and go out into the ocean to find more food, or just to maybe have more open space to swim, who knows. but that process in itself is called smoltification. But the trouts here in this reservoir don't have a chance to undergo smoltification because there's no way for them to get out of the reservoir. So that was not a steelhead, that was just a baby rainbow trout. And not really a baby, more like it's not a juvenile either, it's kind of like a smaller rainbow trout, not really an adult yet, but maybe like a 1 or 2 year old rainbow trout. Anyways, I just wanted to clarify and give this video a proper ending. Just a few things that I mentioned earlier in the video, but I'll reiterate now. So when you handle a rainbow trout, ideally you want to wet your hands in the water. So if you're going to release them into the back into the water, they'll have a better chance of survival, because all trouts and even salmons, the whole salmonoid kind of family, they all have a protective slime around them. So instead of having big scales, they have the protective slime that protects them from different diseases and stuff that they can get out in the wild. So when our dry hands touch them, our dry hands, I think, can take off a lot of their slime. So it's not the end of the world if you don't dip your hands in the water. Sometimes I forget and I touch the trout and a lot of the slime I feel is on my hand, which is kind of a weird feeling, but that's kind of the normal feeling you get when you fish for trout and salmon. But usually you want to wet your hands, so if you do catch and release the trout, that they have a better chance of survival, so they won't catch diseases or anything like that. But in the event, like when I'm fishing, usually I'm gonna keep the trout to harvest and eat later. So whether or not I wet my hands doesn't make too much, since the trout's gonna be gone anyways. Like, that's kind of the end of its life, to put it frankly. But that's just something I probably should practice as well, is wetting my hands before touching trouts. But you know, you just kind of get in the moment when you're catching the fish and you're trying to take the hook out, and you kind of forget to wet your hands. But that's probably a practice I should practice as well. So in terms of regulations, I don't think I went over that earlier as well. So in California, a lot of the reservoirs, you're allowed to keep up to 5 rainbow trout, no size limit, just depending on the county in California where you're fishing at. But in a lot of the rivers or streams, they have a lot stricter regulations, because the wild steelheads and salmons go through there. So a lot of those places you have to use barbless hooks, and a lot of them, there's like certain inch requirements, like size limit requirements, and I think the limit is lower. Don't quote me on that, but that is what I think I've seen in the fishing game rule book. Because I was looking in some of the streams before, and I think it's a different regulation, a lot stricter. Makes sense though, because the wild fish are coming in and out of the ocean into the streams to breed, so you don't want to kill them. Because when you hook a trout with the barb, this could be any fish as well, but because the salmons and the trouts are such delicate fish, when you hook them with a barb and they bleed, usually they die after that. Sometimes the certain trout or salmon is stronger and can just, the blood will clot, but most of the time when you hook a salmon or trout with a barbed hook, like, it will probably will die after you bring it in and take it off the hook and release it. There's like a higher chance of it dying from it bleeding out than them surviving, which is why a lot of the salmons and trouts in the streams and rivers are barbless hook, and they have more stricter restrictions on them. Just to kind of clarify all the rules and regulations, I wasn't breaking any rules or regulations. I don't want anyone else breaking any rules or regulations after watching my videos thinking, hey, I can keep any size, you know, and I can do this and that. Nah, there are pretty strict rules and regulations. I just don't want anyone to get fined by fishing game. So overall, it was a great trip. Was able to show my friend, as you saw earlier,
kind of the ropes of trout fishing. He definitely wants to go again. I think he kind of got hooked off that, so we'll probably go again, probably to the same reservoir and try and catch trout. So thanks for watching this video. Sorry that this ending is so long. I really just wanted to clarify all the rules and regulations and my misunderstandings on what a steelhead is and the whole process. All right, everyone. Have a good day. Peace.